Oh, guys, where do I start? Guys, welcome back to another video. What's going on? It's been a hot minute. It's like, you know, it's been a while, and I missed you guys. I missed you so dearly. The office is kind of like a mess right now. There's like junk here. There's junk here. It's like supplies here. Well, you know what it's like. It's COVID-19 era. It's COVID-19 type of day. So, yeah. Anyway, how are you guys doing? It's been a long while since I did a kind of like informal vlog like this, but I wanted to update you and tell you about something that happened in terms of like an Aspergers meltdown and how I dealt with it really, and what kind of went on. So where do I start? So basically, guys, as you know, I have Asperger's syndrome, ADHD, OCD, and dyslexia. And you know, if you're new around here, like if you've never come across one of my videos before, I do weekly videos on all of this kind of stuff. So if you want to learn more about autism and see more videos and vlogs, just hit that subscribe button. It'll be super awesome. And anyone watching on Facebook, please hit that like and follow button to see daily videos from me. So guys, I have been on new medication. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would have seen the video where I mentioned I've had some new medication that's working really, really well. It's called duloxetine. And it's working really well. It's leveling me out. I'm not getting triggered as much. I'm not having as many meltdowns, and I'm able to not hit myself in the head, which was number one. Like I got super used to just hit myself in the head when I got really angry, and it was just not a good sign. Anyway, so basically, this whole like COVID lockdown stuff has got me into a bit of a tizzy. So I had to go and get my medication from a pharmacy, and I'll kind of show you in videos and pictures what that was like. Let me take you through the story. So I'm like down to my last like 6 or 7 tablets, right? So I phoned my doctor up and I'm like, hey, can I get more of my, medication? The doctor said, yeah, we sent the script to the pharmacy a week ago. So I was like, okay. So I asked them which date, and it was actually 2 weeks ago that they took the medicine to the pharmacy. So normally what happens is the pharmacy texts me, I go down there and pick up my meds within a week's left, because like if you've got 1 week left, it's a bit touch and go, because if you don't get it within that kind of like 4 or 5 days, then you're gonna miss it, and that's not a good thing. So the pharmacy, I phoned them, and then they said to me that, you guys can see all my stock in the background here. This is all kind of like, we bulk buy most things, but we're storing them here right now because I had to get the orders in and store them down here because of the whole COVID thing that's going on, and everyone has to kind of like, do all that kind of stuff. Also, guys, this is the other end of the office. So this is what you can see. That's my dog right there. That's my beanbag chair. Then there's my office chair. And then there's the background that you guys normally see when I'm doing typical videos. Right, let me put you guys up here. Okay, so basically, I then went to the pharmacy. I asked them, I phoned the pharmacy, and they said, yeah, we've got it, but we're a bit like far behind, so just come down tomorrow and check it out. So I went down to the pharmacy, and they're only open now restricted times. So got my mask and gloves on, and this is the kind of queue I was greeted with. As you can see, this is a very large queue of people. Not only is it a large queue of people, it's an enormously large queue of people, and it's really, really hot. It's springtime now, the weather's getting really hot, and so I stood in line for an hour. I got to the door, the dog's drinking. I got to the door of the pharmacy and they closed. So I was like, what the heck? So now I'm starting freaking out. I'm like freaking out. I phoned my psychiatrist. They can't print me out a prescription. I phoned the doctor's surgery. The doctor's surgery said that they can't print out a prescription because they already have one in the pharmacy. And then I was like, okay, what do I do? And then they said, well, you just have to try and queue up again. So I went there earlier the second time they opened. I went back there, and this is what the queue looked like. Still massive, and this was an hour before they opened. So I queued up for an hour and a half, and I get inside the store this time. I get all the way up to the actual front of the store, the desk, and then I asked the woman, I said, hey, I've got 2 prescriptions, one for myself, one for my girlfriend Naomi, and then they said, okay, well, yours only came in yesterday. I said, no, it didn't. It came in 2 weeks ago. And then they started getting a bit shirty with me. And then they started saying stuff like, oh, well, you have to wait for a text message to say that it's ready. I said, yeah, no, I normally do get a text message, but you guys it's 2 weeks behind, what's going on? And I can appreciate that these guys are working really hard, and they're working their best, and it is a hard job, and it's a difficult time and everything else. I get it. I really do. But I was just asking for my medication. So she said, all right, get a text message, come back tomorrow and then wait in line with the text message people, which is a different line. Like there's one line for people who are just queuing up and there's one line for text messages. So I did that. I said to her, okay. I said, well, okay, so I'll go and get the text message. I said, what happens if I don't get the text message? What do I do then? Because I really need this medicine. And then she said, well, I've already told you what to do. I said, well, no, you haven't. You said if I get a text message. But I said, what if I don't get a text message? And she said, well, you will. I said, yeah, okay, I know, but what if I don't? And she got really annoyed and said, I've told you what to do. And plus, you've got enough to keep you going. And she kind of shouted at me. And then some other guy like intervened and said, oh, just come back tomorrow, mate. You know, she's already having a hard time. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was just asking a question. He had no regard for the fact that I was just asking a simple question. You know, what happens if I don't get a text message? Do I come back here again? Do I queue up in another line? Do I phone? You know, what do I do? I don't know. So then I kind of went home and then I made this video. Guys, COVID-19 is getting the better of me right now. I'm just so close to like a freaking breakdown. I went to get my medication from the pharmacist and I waited, and the pharmacist is only open for 2 hours in the morning and 2.5 hours in the afternoon. They close the regular hours. Only 5 people are allowed in the store at any one time. And they have had my script from my doctor's surgery for like way over a week. And I should have had a text message last week for them to fulfill it so I could pick up my medication. Because I went down to my last kind of week of medication. I've only have a few days left, and normally I get the replenishment within a couple of days so that it doesn't give me any kind of like last minute, you know, loss of taking the medication. Queued up for an hour and a half this morning, and they closed the doors before I even got there because the queue was so big. And then I went back today, queued for another 2 hours. I got in, I got to the desk, and they told me that they said that the script wasn't ready. I have to come back tomorrow, and they're going to text me to tell me that it's ready, which is going to be a lot quicker apparently. But the problem I have, the reason I'm so kind of like so upset right now is because I was asking them, where do I go if I get a text message? And they said, stand in this line. And then I said, well, what happens if I don't get a text message? And then they said, well, I told you what happens. You know, you have to line up. And they didn't get... It was... The environment that it was in was so difficult to navigate around, and then they didn't get what I was asking. I just needed some clear indication of what to do, and then the woman was kind of being really nasty with me, and then some random guy had to step in and was like, oh, just like listen to what she's saying, you know, she's doing her best, and I appreciate it, but like they just didn't understand that I was having issues as well. And just I'm still no medication. So that video you just saw then was me really close to breaking point. I mean, I was shaking. I was walking home like hyperventilating, not having a good time. I was like just not feeling it, man. You know, and that's where I was. I wasn't feeling happy, and I just felt like they weren't listening to me. They didn't want to help. So I go back the day after because I wake up in the morning and I get a text message, which is great. I get the text message, awesome. So I go down there and then I see there's 3 or 4 people outside the text message line, and then I walk over to the woman who's got the clipboard and the hazmat suit and saying, hey, do I need to give you my details because I had a text message saying that my medicine's ready? And then she said, oh, you had a text message from where? I was like, well, from here. And she said, well, loads of people have text messages. Queue up like everybody else. I was like, well, I'm asking you a question. Do I queue up in that line, or do I queue up in the text message line, or do I need to give you my name or anything? And she just turned around and walked off. This clip is a clip of me asking her if I could take my prescription somewhere else because like it's ridiculous. You know, they were not helping at all, and she was not very nice at all. And the woman the day before was horrible too. And I get it; they're in distress and whatever. I was only asking a simple question, but it turns out that you have to give me your name, but she didn't take my name. So I stood in the queue for an hour. I got to the front of the line, and then she came out and said, what prescription are you waiting for? I said, well, you haven't even taken my name, you know? This is crazy. So then she goes in, takes my name, brings my prescriptions out, and actually only gives me, I'm supposed to get 3 months worth of the tablets, but I only got 1 month worth of the tablets. So I, again, will be faced with this problem in another month. But then also my partner's medication, Naomi, she didn't even give me some of hers. Hers were missing as well. So it's all a big thing. And so from that, again, I come home and I just feel like rubbish, you know? I put a picture of me outside the chemist being like, well, I just feel horrible. I felt like crying. I felt like I wanted to curl up in a ball, cry, go home, sleep, and then just reassess my life because I just felt
horrible. They made me feel horrible.
So I decided that I wasn't going to try and let that beat me. I wanted to have I wanted to have stable, steady ground, and I managed to. I came home. I didn't do anything. I chilled out. I played on my iPad and I watched some Netflix. And by doing that, it really chilled me out. Now the second day that the same thing happened, I came home and I've got the Apple Arcade, which is like it's like a games console thing on your Apple TV and iPad, and then I used that Apple Arcade to play some games, and I just chilled out and played that. That really reset my mind, because up to that point I was like shaking, I felt like I was going to go nuts, and I actually then started to get sick. I've got a bit of a cold right now. I've got like a cough and a bit of a chesty cold. Don't worry, I don't think I have COVID-19, don't worry. But at the same time, I shouldn't have to worry about like wanting to melt down just because I'm trying to get access to my medication. This is ridiculous, you know. It was a bad situation. I almost lost it, and it was the first meltdown I'd come close to in literally like months and months since taking this medication, and it really upset me because I've been doing such good progress. I'm feeling good about myself, feeling positive, and then all of a sudden this person comes and does all that, and then I just felt like I let myself down, you know, by like allowing them to get inside my head a little bit, and that kind of frustrated me. I don't know, man. There was something about it that just didn't sit right with me, and I just felt like just didn't feel right. But what can I say? You know, that's what happens. And I just managed to get over it. But I do feel like because I was able to overcome that, then I was able to kind of be the bigger person and actually learn something from this situation. I was trying to make a positive out of it. I don't know if that works or not, but hey ho, I hope so. But let me know how you guys are feeling. How are you guys dealing with this whole lockdown thing? Have you had any issues, any meltdowns? Are you guys getting close to like anxious meltdowns, anything like that? Let me know. I'd love to have that conversation with you in a comment down below, because I read and respond to every single comment. And give this video a like, because it would really help me out a lot. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna edit down some videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this vlog. It's so nice to be vlogging again. And yeah, more vlogs on the way. Okay guys, peace.